up, guys? I'm Reaction. Welcome back to back to another reaction video. Today we're reacting to Marvel's Endgame official trailer 2. Now, I'm late and I was debating on whether I should react to it, at all. But I said, why not? When I go ahead, it's huge. I know a lot of people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. So, I thought, why not? So today we're going to be checking out the second trailer, and guys, I'm hyped because when the first trailer came out, it didn't show us a lot, which I really didn't want to. Like, I hate when a trailer shows too much to the point that basically show the movie or a lot of the movie. So it was good. I didn't want to show too much because I want to see the movie. But the thing I'm talking about is that even though it didn't show a lot, you could really get or infer a lot of information from the first trailer. Like, we got to see Ronan was like this more serious, more puncher, like more kill everybody like version of Hawkeye. And if you guys know about that, like during the early years of Hawkeye's career, like all the way back, like I think like in the 90s, when he first created his character, he wasn't really selling too well, so he created like this alternate like killer, do anything it takes to do anything it takes to make the mission succeed type of person, and they called him Ronan. And to get to see that, I think that was the scene like where like Black Widow walked up to him in the ring. He says, "I'm brave." He's like slashed like the sword, the blood off his sword. We just see him like on his sleeve. We just see him kill some villains or some street thugs, whatever. And of course, like he was, even when the world goes to shit, there's always gotta be somebody standing, right? But I can like you can infer that's probably the reason he's probably like that is probably because his family disappeared along with everybody else. And now that his family's gone, he's mad, he's angry, feels he has no purpose. So now he's just going to take all that anger and sadness out on the villains, and he's going to show no mercy on criminals. So I really like that. And we also got to see just how serious the situation was. Like, Tony Stark is stuck in space with Nova, floating that ship, run out of oxygen, they're dying. You get to see just how they all felt broken. They all felt like they fell. And the way they did, Thanos won. Thanos won. He killed everybody. He killed Black Panther. He killed Spider-Man. He killed Doctor Strange. He killed all the Guardians except for Rocket. It would be Rocket that would survive. He killed Black Panther. I'm sorry. He killed everybody. He killed Spider-Man. He killed Doctor Strange. He killed Vision. He killed Scarlet Witch. He killed everybody. Yeah, man. And now, but I was like, if you realize that, and like if you look at it now, you realize like it's the core members of the Avengers that they first started with, which was Thor, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America, and Hulk. And besides, like Ant-Man's been added to it, and so is Captain Marvel, and and Falcon, and Nova. I think it's Falcon and Warmer. I think Warmer's seen here. I think Falcon disappeared too. But I remember. I think Warmer's there. But you remember watching Infinity War when he did that, cut it down to the original Avengers that we started with, which makes sense because you started with those original Avengers. Now it's gonna be the one you're gonna end with. So to me, I'm just super excited. I really love just the seriousness that I felt in the first trailer, and that you can really see that it is crunch time, and that it's do anything it takes to save everybody. And I'm really excited how it's going to see how Ant-Man's going to play into it, how he even got out of the quantum zone in the first place. Because with the quantum zone, there is going to be some time travel involved. And whenever Marvel does time travel, was in the comics, cartoons, whatever, there's always something that comes along with it. And it usually depends on the way they do it. But enough of me talking, let's get into the trailer. If you guys like, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to tell me your thoughts on the comment section below. Excuse me, guys. But the video, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like me? If you did, do you want to make like a part 2 video where I get like my own thoughts and my own what I think is going to happen in Infinity Wars? In Endgames, let me know down in the comment section, as well as just anything else you want me to react to. If you did like, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Help me continue to grow my channel. My next goal is to reach my first 1,000 subscribers, so you guys can help me out by clicking the link down below. By clicking the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Again. And make sure that, again, if you like, give me a thumbs up. But let's get into the trailer. Oh, I love the black and white.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave.
Iron Man 1.
Became Iron Man.
It does feel like 1,000 years.
Realized I loved you.
Aww. Poor Pepper.
I knew I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one. The world has changed.
That's the Avenger?
None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do Is this not over? I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us. Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try. We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I like this
Mm. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about it for a minute. So I love the fact they start out with the black and white that we actually get to see them like kind of like doing their monologue or talking stuff. We actually see Tony start talking and remember the time when he first became Iron Man, when he first came out of the cave, when he fell in love with Pepper, and how you feel just how depressed he is. Like you say, I was hoping I could put off one last surprise, like one more victory pull, but you see, I just couldn't. Then you got Steve Rogers. We have like God, what's her name? Fuck, I can't remember. Peggy Carter, like doing the monologue where she's like reminiscing. One thing she says, sometimes when we do our best and our best is not good enough, sometimes the best thing is just to start over. And you just see like these past memories. Even Steve Rogers said, he said some people can move on, some people just let it go, but they can't. And I think the reason they can't because they're the ones that allowed it to happen. They failed to stop Thanos. They failed to stop him, and they're the reason all this happened. Like Thor said, he watched all those people die, and there's nothing you could do about it. You could see Clint. He was like, he was like reminiscing about his daughter, his family, like even like I think even Ant-Man realized like what's happened. Like he's like they were like he's just come out of the quantum zone, out of the quantum realm, and then all of a sudden he's in this world where his family's probably gone. Like half the people on Earth are gone. So you just feel all the pain and all the pressure that is on these guys. And like they say, it's whatever it takes. They're gonna do whatever it takes to get back and to make things right and to do what they can. Like you said, they owe it. I can't remember. They owe it to these people, to everybody in this who's not in this room, all the people that die, all the Avengers, Spider Man, Black Panther, Falcon, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, the entirety of the Guardians and Gas and stuff with Rocket, like the Asgardians, all these people, all these races across the universe to try and stop Thanos again. And the funny things about it is that like I know a lot of people thought like when the second one's gonna come out, they're actually gonna go to where Thanos was and try to stop him. No, I know it's gonna happen. I think like I said before, they're going to invoke time travel. Now the reason why I say it is because of quantum realm. If you guys remember, the quantum realm it's this realm where like all things are possible. It's so many things, and time travel is different. They're like, look at Ant Man, because you remember in the first trailer, like when they was looking at Ant Man, she was like, where did this come from? Because look, he came out like in the old Avengers warehouse, like it was like decades ago or something. Like even before, like remember it was just a storage thing before Tony Stark bought it. That's what it looked like. So I think when he came out, like in the out of the quantum realm, it's been some time has passed since so he went back in time. So I think that's where we're gonna go. And you see at the end they're all suited up like War Machine, Nova, they're all there. So Tony Stark they somehow got him back to Earth and they're all there and they're all suited up. I think they're all gonna travel into the quantum zone, they're all gonna go back in time. Now, let's talk about what happens if they do go back in time. If they do go back in time, I think they're gonna go probably before the point either Thanos attacked Earth or before the point when Thanos attacked the Asgardians and got the Space Stone from them. That's what I think the two points they're going to go back to. Those will be the two best points I think. But either before he attacked the Asgardians when he took on the entire race, or before he attacked Earth. That way they can warn the other people. They can warn the other cells about what's going to happen. Now, the funny thing, like, so it comes to Marvel with time travel, just with time travel in general, whenever you're doing something, it's a very cheap way to do things, especially if you're not doing it right. Like, a lot of times, and you see, like, the comic writers, they use time travel as, like, a cop-out. I was like, well, in order to fix this situation, we're just going to use time travel and say that's what fixed the entire situation, or that's what made everything better. They kind of use that. Say if Mariah draws himself into a hole, they'll use time travel to get him out. And this you kind of say the same thing about the movie because they can't beat Thanos now because he's already done it. And then the Goddard, you remember like in the first trailer, even the end of the thing where the Goblin itself on Thanos' hand looked busted, looked like it fused with his hand or some shit. Like may look like that. So God may not even work anymore. So there's really no way for them to beat him now. And even if they could, even the Goblin did stuff where they wouldn't be able to beat them to take it from them, they just don't have the power now. So the only option to me is to go through the quantum realm and to go back in time and try to stop him then. Now, like I said, there's two differences with time travel and that Marvel does and that DC does. Where Marvel does when like you do time travel, you go and you change the event. Like let's look at X-Men Days Future Past. You guys probably remember the movie. It was kind of good. We're not talking about that. We're talking about in the actual comic book. In the actual comic book, Days Future Past, the Days Future Past is when the Sentinels that took over the world and they were killing all the mutants and they were like even killing humans who had like the genes to pass on the X-Men. They were like enslaved humanity and things. In the comics, Hope Summers, the daughter of Cyclops Jean Grey, actually went back to the past, in order to stop that from happening, stop it becoming the main feature of the Marvel universe. Because I was set in stone to be the main feature of the Marvel main universe in the comic book. So when she went back in time, they did end up stopping it. So what happened was she was expecting, when she goes back into the present, everything, back into the future, everything will be changed, but it wasn't. It still was the same. That because in Marvel, what happens when you do something like time travel, you change the event, instead of like that just being one timeline, it ends up becoming an alternate reality. So that entire universe is now alternate reality in Marvel Comics because you changed it because it's no longer the present, the main Marvel's universe, the main Marvel universe like present anymore. It's no longer where it's going to go to. So it became an alternate reality. Whereas in DC Comics, instead of becoming an alternate reality, it just becomes an alternate timeline. Whereas that what happened, it will no longer be in part of the main DC universe, but it won't be like an alternate universe. It'll just be another timeline, but still part of like the main DC universe in a way, just a different timeline. That's why like if you look at the comics, you see Flash using like hyperspace. That's why they can look at all these different points and see like all these infinite possibilities and different points in timelines. So what I think is that at the end of Infinity War, that they're going to go back at the end in Avengers Endgame, they're going to go back in time, that they're going to stop Thanos, and whatever's going to happen, there's going to be consequences because there's all consequences with time travel. I think like some of the Avengers maybe wiped away from history, like maybe Tony Stark does something else while he's there because this could be a chance for Tony Stark to save his parents. This could be a chance, for Steve to never been frozen in ice. So we may never get Captain America, we may never get Iron Man. Like all these things that can happen because there's going to be some consequences because of time travel. Because there always is. That's the thing. There always is some consequences when you mess with the timeline or you mess with time and space. So there's going to be some consequences. So I think what's going to happen is that when they do beat Thanos, whatever happened, that's going to be an alternate universe. Or maybe the past that they came from when Thanos wiped everything out is an alternate universe. Then that's what they'll happen. I think whatever they're gonna do is gonna intersect time in some way. It's going to change things to the point where it becomes like an alternate reality, either with what they changed or before. So it just depends. But I'm super sorry, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching the video. If you like me, so give me a thumbs up. Sorry if I went on talking. I just want to get my thoughts on the trailer and maybe like some theories of what's going to happen in the movie. But if you like, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We start go get 100,000 subscribers. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, about the song. Did you like it? I mean, not about the song. Sorry, about my reactions. Did you like it? You love it? Did you enjoy it? Let me know. Give me a suggestion for things you want to see me react to, and there will be a link below in the description of this as well. This is Boy Correction. I'm out. Peace.